Hello, and welcome to Barry Lyndon from 1975, from the great Stanley Kubrick. 3 hours and 5 minutes. I've heard that this is probably his best film. Yeah. I know nothing about this, except that he's marrying rich. He's in the army, marrying rich. And I think he's also a lawyer, because it's based on the novel The Memoirs of Barry Lyndon Esquire. So I imagine maybe it's a story comparable to Forrest Gump, but more grounded. But probably not. I don't know. Also, the source is a Blu-ray, and on IMDb there is 1.66 to 1, the aspect ratio. And I read about it because the Blu-ray is 1.77 or 78. And that's because, I mean, Stanley Kubrick released a letter to the projectorist, how is it called? I don't know. Stating that it should be seen in 1.66, but not less than 1.78 or 77. So this is on the edge of acceptable, I would say. And that's because the guy in charge either doesn't give a shit, or he doesn't know better. I don't know. But the guy in charge fucked up. Okay, yeah, but that only means on the top and the bottom there's only a few frames missing. So no big deal. Okay, that's it. So, let's rock. A film by Stanley Kubrick. Ryan O'Neill. Barry Lyndon. Okay, let's go.
The object of Barry's attention, and the cause of all his early troubles, was his cousin.
I have taken the ribbon from around my neck and hidden it somewhere on my person. And I will think very little of you if you do not find it.
I cannot find it. I feel the ribbon.
Why are you trembling?
And that's his cousin, right?
The United Kingdom was in a state of great excitement from the threat, generally accredited, of a French invasion.
I wonder if this is the same time of Napoleon. Could be. And Napoleon was of average height. He was not small. For that time, of course.
We bear but one flower, and then we die.
It's interesting, the camera for now is always static.
Such an inclination for another.
Never, my
If there's movement, it's a zoom in or zoom out. And always very nice framing already.
It is not the English way if a lady is to have two lovers. If she has a fancy for schoolboys, let her take them, sir.
So maybe this is why he joins the military, to be more of a man, to grow personally. All these looks. Without dialogues, you get everything you need just by the looks.
Here is my toast to you, Captain John Quinn.
Uh-oh. Ah.
Mr. Quinn can have satisfaction any time he pleases by calling on Redmond Barry, Esquire of Berryville.
Could maybe Esquire means something else? He has balls.
You're but a boy, and Quinn is willing to consider you as such. Isn't that right, Quinn?
Quinn seems nervous. So, Quinn will shoot him, and the rest of the film, the rest of the 2.5 hours, is just a black screen.
This isn't one of my pistols.
It's all right, it's one of mine. Yours will serve if it's needed for the next round.
Good luck, Redmond.
I mean, of course he wins. Of course, but never used another man's pistol.
Cock your pistols.
Yeah, cock it. And he's so afraid. The biggest man is now the boy.
1, 2, 3.
And that's why he lost. Very shaky shot. Nice music. And a man standing there. Is he pissing or what?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
Good morning again, young sir.
a robbery. Is this the same guy? The one who was sitting there and drinking?
I'm Captain Feeney. May I introduce you to my son, Seamus?
Eh? So this isn't a robbery? Because what? Why did he tell him his name if it isn't a robbery? But what else would it be? It is a robbery. And he tells him his name, eh? Okay, it could be a wrong name, but...
All clever young fellows who are free and able are hereby invited to step up and meet the recruiting officer.
Yeah. He has no other choice now. He needs the money.
Lad, can I have a new beaker? This one is full of grease. Covered in grease. Give the gentleman a towel and a basin of turtle soup. Mr. Toole, is it a towel of your wife's washing? They say she wipes your face often with one.
Gentlemen, you may fight it out with fists if you choose.
And again, he has balls. He's very agile, very quick. He allies him. Still the grass between his fingers. Not bad for a boy.
Has something happened to Nora?
She is now Mrs. John Quinn.
The brother of the other Quinn.
The very same one, my boy.
Hmm?
He recovered from his wound.
Oh,
The The shot you hit him with, for it was only made of tow. Do you think the Bradys would let you kill 1,500 a year out of the family?
Wow. Wow. That's why he was so nervous and shaky. Because he was about to get hit and he knew it.
Let it suffice to say that England and Prussia were allies.
Prussia. That would be East Germany and Poland. Or maybe the whole north of Germany and Poland. Depending on the time. So is it the Napoleon Wars? I like the music. It's very subtle and very fitting.
I've got something to tell you which I don't think you're going to be very happy about.
I like those Irish instruments.
Where are you going to this time?
I'm going to Bremen, carrying important messages and dispatches to Prince Henry.
Bremen, North Germany.
It's times like this that I realize how much I care for you. And how
He's just going away.
possibly empty life would be without you. Frederick.
Frederick. Get very nice music. And of course the framing. Nice little town.
Good evening, Captain. I'm Lieutenant Fakenham, Gale's regiment of foot.
May I ask whether you're carrying your identity papers?
Yes, of course I am.
Would you allow me to see them?
No.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant. I hope I haven't inconvenienced you in any way.
Not at all.
It's good that there weren't any photos back then.
To whom are you carrying your dispatches?
General Williamson.
Sergeant!
Arrest this man.
Dieser Mann ist unter Arrest.
Oh! Wow.
You are a liar. You're an imposter. You're a deserter. You say your uncle is the British ambassador in Berlin with the ridiculous name of O'Grady.
The Prussian service was considerably worse than the English.
What cheese?
The gauntlet was the most common penalty for minor offences.
Huh. He blinked. I saw that. He blinked.
Also er ist der junge Mann, den mir Sie empfohlen hat.
He looks so silly.
Sein Name ist Laszlo Szilágyi.
Hungarian name. And I think Austria and Hungary was one a country merged together in that time, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it later? Maybe later.
I have a confession to make to you. I'm an Irishman.
Mm-hmm.
And my name is Redmond Barry.
What?
I was abducted into the Prussian army 2 years ago. And now I've been put into your service to serve as a watch upon your actions and to give information to the same quarter.
Huh. I'm not sure if that was sincere or if he's still playing a role I'm not sure what he wants. It's interesting that the only guy he was honest to was this spy, and I'm not even sure if he's really a spy, but I think so.
We are going to drive to the frontier.
To the frontier?
What a silly look.
Barry was once more free again and began his professional work as a gamester, resolving thenceforward and forever to live the life of a gentleman.
That's what I meant with the comparison to Forrest Gump, because he's like Forrest Gump all over the place.
They always played on credit, but woe to the man who did not pay when the note became due. Redmond Barry was sure to wait upon him with his bill. It was his great skill with the sword and readiness to use it.
Is there anything he can't do? Again, like Forrest Gump. The first camera movement that I noticed, which is not handheld, of course.
As so many gentlemen had done before him, to marry a woman of fortune and condition, the Countess of Lyndon.
That's how he become Barry Lyndon. Barry Lyndon Esquire, then. Maybe that's when he becomes a lawyer. I don't know.
Samuel, I'm going outside for a breath of air.
Yes, lady, of course.
Now he can stare at the guy. And I like how the music changes in each time frame. Now it's more classical in this aristocratic world. And again, a movement. He's going in for the kiss.
6 hours after they met, her ladyship was in love. And once Barry got into her company, he found innumerable occasions to improve his intimacy.
I wonder what he told her, who he is, where he comes from, what he does. For now, he started. Okay, he didn't start very low, but he climbed the ladder, and now he is on the very top, I would say. And who is high can fall deep.
Died at Spa in the Kingdom of Belgium, the Right Honourable Sir Charles Reginald Lyndon.
So he takes his place. Intermission. Oh, okay. All right. So he takes his place. His job, I guess. His wife. His life. Part 2. Containing an account of the misfortunes and disasters which befell Barry Lyndon. Misfortunes and disasters. Interesting.
Do you not like your new father?
He seems to me little more than a common opportunist. I don't think he loves my mother at all. And it hurts me very much to see her make such a fool of herself.
Smart little guy. Okay, now he has an own child.
At the end of a year, her ladyship presented Barry with a son.
This guy has some nerves, eh? Another nice shot. All these nice stills. And another movement in the shot. Oh, wait. Ah, no, now she knows. What is he thinking? I don't get it. Doesn't he fear the consequences? He thinks he can get away with all that?
My father was Sir Charles Lyndon. I have not forgotten him if others have.
Lord Bullingdon, you have insulted your father.
Madam, you have insulted my father.
I think he can see through him. Through all that bullshit. He's very smart.
One.
Now he's beating him for what? Just because he doesn't love him? And let's make... I don't know. It's like, and now you love me. You love me now? No. And now? Okay, yeah, okay. I don't know.
As Bullingdon grew up to be a man, his hatred for Barry assumed an intensity equaled only by his increased devotion to his mother.
Wow, what a time jump.
Will you tell me another story?
I'll tell you another story tomorrow.
He can tell him his life story, and he can say it is all fictional. I still don't know what story he told everyone. Or I missed it. Would be the first time.
There is only one way for you and your son to have real security. You must obtain a title. I shall not rest until I see you, Lord Lyndon.
Interesting. Maybe he told them the truth. But the title Lord is... You can only have the title Lord if you own land, right? I think so. But he has no money. So he needs money. A lot. Huh. Oh, what's his plan? And what is if his wife dies? All the money would go to her son. Not his son, but her son. So I guess that maybe, it's a wild guess, that maybe he becomes a murderer, murdering her son for the money and... Huh.
What does strenuous mean?
It means...
It means shut the fuck up.
Pencil!
Listen! What the devil is going on in here?
Wow. Still beating him. How old is he? Or is he maybe killing him? Also a possibility.
From this moment, I will submit to no further chastisement from you. I will kill you if you lay hands on me ever again.
Interesting.
I have borne as long as mortal could endure the ill treatment of the insolent Irish upstart whom you have taken into your bed. It is not only the lowness of his birth and the general brutality of his manners which disgusts me, but the shameful nature of his conduct towards your ladyship, his brutal and ungentlemanlike behavior, his open infidelity, his shameless robberies and swindling of my property and yours. And as I cannot personally chastise this low-bred ruffian, and as I cannot bear to witness his treatment of you, I have decided to leave my home and never return. At least during his detested life, or during my own.
He said, if you lay a hand against me one more time, I will kill you. And now he does it in front of everybody.
Barry was now bound up in an inextricable toil of bills and debts, of mortgages and insurances, and in all the evils attendant upon them.
So they're nearly broke.
Barry had his faults, but no man could say of him that he was not a good and tender father. He loved his son with a blind partiality. He denied him nothing.
So he spoils him. Maybe.
Papa,
Yes, Brian.
will you buy me a horse?
Will I buy you a horse?
Yes, Papa.
I'll think about it.
Oh, thank you, Papa. Thank you.
So it's almost broke, and now he's buying a horse.
Come in.
Back then, it needed 3 guys to shave 1 guy. Nice. He fell from the horse or what?
You take my horse and you ride like the devil for Dr. Broughton. You tell him whatever he's doing, he must come at once. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Such as came could only confirm the hopelessness of the poor child's case.
Hopelessness?
He remained yet with his parents for 2 days, and a sad comfort it was to know he was in no pain.
When he died or what? Wow.
Promise me never to quarrel so, but to love each other, so that we may meet again in heaven.
Wow. And that's what's coming from a child. Such nice words. If he hadn't bought this horse, his son would be still alive. He died because of the love of his father. The only thing that he loved, that he really loved, his son, now is dead.
Her ladyship, plunged into devotion with so much fervor that you would have imagined her almost distracted at times.
And her other son is gone. So she lost both her sons.
I know now what I must do, and what I shall do, whatever be the cost.
Interesting. Oh, he kills him. I mean, what else? Get rid of him. Or challenging him to a duel, maybe. Or something. I don't know. Very nice build up. And you can see the fear in his eyes. So he's challenging him. And I think he's drunk. And that's a handicap for him.
These are matched pair of pistols, and as you have seen, your second has loaded one, and I have loaded the other. But as they belong to Lord Bullingdon, you may have whichever one you wish.
And that's another thing I remember now. In the first duel, the one guy said, "It's my gun," and he loaded it. And just because of that, it was prepared. It was a prepared one.
If Lord Bullingdon calls correctly, he will have the first fire. If incorrectly, Mr. Lyndon will have the first fire.
Oh, okay. The first fire.
Heads.
It is heads.
But hey, here's the first shot. So if he hits, he won. Oh, and he's nervous. He's so nervous. Stands sideways. And the penetration power is not high. So if it goes in the arm, could stick.
I'm sorry, Lord Bullingdon, but you must first stand your ground and allow Mr. Lyndon his turn to fire.
Oh, shit. Oh. Wow. Maybe he has a conscience. And maybe he misses on purpose. Maybe. That's not very gentlemanlike. But I think Barry feels very bad about this. Maybe he sees himself in him. I think he misses on purpose. Or he kills him. He shoots him right in the head. And doesn't care.
1, 2.
Now I wonder what his response is. But that was very gentlemanlike. And I think he's not. He's not a gentleman. Just wants vengeance. Like he said, satisfaction.
1, 2.
Wow. And the satisfaction in his eyes. But what a great scene that was. That duel. With with the music, the tension. And now he's back where he started.
There will soon be innumerable writs taken out against you for debts long outstanding, and your credit is so blown that you could not hope to raise a shilling.
And so now he's on the bottom. And that music, so minimalistic, but it's so great. It was in the reign of George III that the aforesaid personage lives and quarreled. Good or bad, handsome or ugly, rich or poor, they are all equal now. Huh. Didn't get that. Yes, Stanley Kubrick. Great work. Alright. That's it, right? Whew. Okay. Let me collect my thoughts. And then I'll be back. I'll be back with the review. Alright, that was it. That was Barry Lyndon. Yeah, wow, what a film. It was. This guy was all over the place. He started at the bottom, rose up to the top, and then back to the bottom. like a roller coaster. And the film did also a very great job with the character development. Like how he was constantly learning and adapting. And first he was lying and stole the identity of that one character. He was a criminal. Yeah, that's it. He was a criminal. Then he got higher on the ladder until he reached this aristocratic status, and he adapted to that. And then he became a gentleman. And that's a little parallel. First he wasn't. Okay, he wasn't an officer, but later he was a gentleman. He was in the army, but you can say he was an officer and a gentleman. Whatever. Yeah, but genau. Yeah, he was later. He later became a gentleman. I mean, he wasn't perfect, but in the last duel, for example, that showed it all. And that was so great, that scene. Like he took the shot in the ground, letting him take the first shot. That was absolutely gentlemanlike. And that other guy, he was not a gentleman, not at all. He was just like a kid, a little child who wanted like revenge, or not revenge, but yeah, for his own satisfaction. And you could see that in the face he was making. That was also great acting. And talking about acting, there were a lot of scenes where no dialogue was spoken, but the actors' faces were telling the whole story. You can see the actors' faces and know what's up. That was very great. It was a great film, and especially from a production point of view, the costumes, the scenery, the camera work, this was top notch. And especially the camera. That's a prime example of a great camera work with minimal, not effort, but minimal, you know? There was not much to it. Most of the cameras, most of the shots were stills, static shots, and the positioning of the camera, the lighting was on point. Yeah, that was top notch. Camera was very great. Like a painting. I read that somewhere, so. But yeah, I agree with that. It's like a painting. Every shot was like a painting. Yeah. And the story itself, because I read somewhere that it's either you love this film or you find it boring. These kinds of people and these kinds of people. I would say I am in the group of the people who consider this a masterpiece. Production-wise, it's a masterpiece. Story-wise, it was engaging. It had its length. I agree with that, but it wasn't boring, not at all. And I'm a guy who likes slow-paced films, and this, I think, the pace was perfect. It wasn't boring for me, and the scenes who were a little bit long, I had the time to make up my mind, to think about stuff. Yeah. So for me it was perfect. I like slow-paced films, and this is a prime example of that. a prime example of great camera work with little effort. I'll just say it like that. And pacing wise, yeah, it was based on a book, which I haven't read, of course. But I was at one point, I was thinking maybe it's a true story, but it isn't, because there's no biography tag. But it could be a real story. It was very historically accurate, I would say. What else? Oh, it won 4 Oscars. 4 Oscars. Let's take a look. Cinematography. Yes. Cinematography, again, the best. Art direction, set decoration. Yes. Costume design. Yes. Music. Oh, yes. Wow, the music. The music was always perfect. It was minimalistic most of the time. Fitting, not just the scene itself, but the time and the location, the time frame and the location, all fitting. But yeah, giving me a good mood. Music was perfect. Costumes, perfect. Nominee: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Writing. Yeah. The 4 Oscars, it won. Deserved. Absolutely deserved. Best Director, that also would be deserved. Best writing, okay, it's adapted. I haven't read the book, I can't really say, but writing also was great, of course. Yeah. And 75. What came out in 75? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Best Picture nominees. Best Picture. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Ah! It lost to that film. And Jaws. Yes, it was the time of Jaws. Dog Day Afternoon. That was the one with Al Pacino, right? Where he... with the bank. Where he robbed the bank. From Sydney Lumet. Yes, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest won this year. Absolutely deserved. That was also a very great film. Yes. Okay, that was the Oscars. Okay. Yeah, so. Was it his best work? Production-wise, I would say yes. Story-wise, I would say no. Because, for example, I liked Path of Glory. I liked more. I think that story was more engaging to me. Yeah. But production-wise, this film, yes. Camera, music, the scenery. It was also great. Yeah. Alright, that's it. I have nothing more to say. So, until then, bye bye.